Hi, this is the YouTube channel for Math Contest Go Go Go. What I want to do for this channel is to build a platform for math lovers in order to make them discuss about different kinds of math problems. I will update a video about challenging problems every day. If you would like, please subscribe below. Hello everyone, this is the North America Math Contest Go Go Go. This week we are going to do another AP Calculus problem. So, people enter a line for an elevator at a rate modeled by this function. And there are two short notes after this. So this problem, it looks quite simple, the requirements. So let's look at the four problems. First, how many people enter the line for the elevator during the time interval 0 is less than t is less than 300? To do this problem, you need to understand what you need to find. You need to find all values of people getting in the bus, which means you need all values from R0 to R300 and sum them up. So you need the sum of all the values starting from R0 to R300. So how do you do this problem? So after you see that is what you need, you will definitely find out that you should use an integral to calculate the sum. So you know the starting value is 0 and the ending value is 300. And you need to and here you write RT, which if you write this, you get 1 point. What does another point come from? Another point comes from you calculating it out. So you just calculate it out and you get the result is 270. So after you do that, you will receive 4 marks for this problem, which is 2 points. Second problem, during the time interval 0 is less than t is less than 300. There are always people in line for the escalator, which means that within this range, RT is not less than or equal to 0. How many people are in the line at time is equals to 300? So, if you wish to find the people still in the line, you need to first find the total number of people getting in, then minus it by the total number of people that comes out. After you get this, you will need to find them respectively. So let's first work on total. As I said in the previous problem, this is the total number of people that getting in, but you need to plus 20 since there is 20 people of initial. So this is the total number of people that goes inside the escalator. Then it is the people that comes out. People comes out in this, in the form of 0 people per second. So you need to time it by 300. This is generally the equation you need. So after you find this, it will be easy. You switch it with 270 as problem 1, the first problem states it is 270, like we calculated is 270. And then we minus it by this, which we get 290 minus 210 is 80. Now let's talk about the score distribution of the problem. I mean, not the score distribution, like at what point you get marks. So if you consider race out, which is you calculated 0.7 times 300, you will get 1 point. And if you get a correct answer, you will get another point. Okay, let's work on the third problem. Third problem. For t is larger than 300, what is the first time t that there are no people in the escalator? So we know that at 300, there is no people here. I mean, there is no people come into the escalator. So after we know this, we will find out an equation to help us solve the problem. So to calculate the total time where it reaches 0, you need to get the total number of people. The total number of people that is in the escalator after 80 seconds, after 180 sec. The total number of people that is in the escalator after 180 sec divides by the number of people coming out every second plus 180 seconds. Since we calculate this after 180 seconds, so we need to add the 180 seconds back. And using the requirements from here, from problem 2, we get that the first time the people in the escalator reaches 0 must be after 180 seconds. The first time in the escalator that the people reaches 0 must be after 180 seconds using this requirement. So let's start. Total after 180 seconds. Start based on problem 2. We know that this is 80. And then this is 0.7. So the final result is 80 divided by 0.7 plus 180, which it has a final answer of 414.286. Now let's work on the final problem. For 0 is less than t, less than or equal to 300. At what time t is the number of people in line a minimum? At what time t is the number of people in line a minimum? So you are required to find the time that this is in minimum and the number of people in the escalator at the given time that is in the minimum. So let's start. So we first identify the formula of total number of people in the escalator line at the given time of t. So this is the formula based on the first 3 problems. Since we want to, so which means that we wish to find the extrema, I mean the minimum to be specifically set, the minimum for this. Okay, to do this, you need to find the minimum of an equation, you need to find the critical point of it. To find the critical point, you need to first make it into the first derivative. This has a derivative of 0, this has a derivative of negative 0.7, and this has the derivative of RT. So this means that we can find the a critical point in this case, in this form. We can use this equation after derivative it. After finding the derivative of this, we can use this derivative to help us find the maxima, critical points. So using the calculator, you get that the T1 is equal to 33.013296 and T2 is equal to 166.574719. So these are the two critical points. Now we need to list out a table to find the number, find whether these two are extrema, whether they are extrema or minima. And we also need to include the initial value to see whether the initial value is smaller, whether it is true for the initial value to be the smallest or largest. We need to include the initial value and the final value. So 0 and 300, T1 and T2. Using calculator, you can find that at R0, the number is 20, number of people in the skeleton is 20. At the time T1, which is around 3 seconds, the number of people is 3.803. How can it be less than, how can it be not an integer number of people? How can it be 3.803 people? T2, it has a number of 158.070. Again, how can it be 158.07 people? It is strange. And the final value, it is 80. So you find that the extrema is T2, the maximum is T2, and the minima is T1. So T1 is the smallest value. Since the problem requires us to find the minimum, we can just write the answer out. At time 33.013 seconds, there are 4 people in the line, since the problem requires us to round the number of people. So which we get our final answer of this. Here we come to the end of this lesson, and I hope you have learned a lot. See you next week. Bye. In fact, problems, they have many solutions, and my solution is only a part of them. If you have more challenging solutions, please comment below. And don't forget, I will also post my problems there. See you tomorrow!